Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another glorious episode of The Wretched Wrench. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.
The Regal has been Buick's best-selling car ever since the nameplate was introduced in 1973. The explanation is simple. The Regal and Regal Limited series offer an impressive combination of comfort and luxury, while the Regal T-Type offers remarkable performance based on one of the most sophisticated production engines in the world. In research conducted last year, the Regal consistently emerged as the Buick among those tested that was rated one of the most personally expressive. That capability of equipping the Regal to meet so many different personal needs attracts many younger and younger thinking buyers. Young professionals building careers are excellent Regal prospects. Young married couples are others. But of all your Regal prospects, women are among the most important. Women constitute a larger portion of Regal buyers than of any other car in its class. Even when the Regal buyer is male, some women still influence more than 3/4 of the sales. Regal's traditionally high resale value also makes it attractive to fleet and lease operators. One final note. Every feature you're about to see is standard, unless we tell you otherwise. So now let's watch a Regal walkaround that can help you make the most of the many Regal sales opportunities that come your way.
Good afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I'm always happy to see the friends of my satisfied customers, and I'm confident I'll be able to add you to the list once you look at the Regal and take it out on the road. For a young married couple, it's one of the most suitable mid-sized cars on the market. And one of the reasons I say that is because, as you'll see, this rear-wheel drive Regal Limited Coupe has a very impressive list of standard equipment. It also has an impressively long list of options, so you can equip the Regal to fit your lifestyle exactly. Tailor it so it becomes a very expressive statement of the things you like to do. Really, Mr. Smith, owning the car that's right for you is as important as furnishing your home in your own special style. After all, as you told me, you're in your car a big part of every day. You probably know that from a technological standpoint, Buick is a leader in the automotive industry. Buick has done extensive work in electronics and turbocharging. Let's start at the front of the car. Naturally, Buick also pays a great deal of attention to aerodynamics. Now look at the Regal's profile. Notice the wedge-shaped front, the high rear deck with the raised lip at the edge, and the squared-off rear roofline. This profile is a very aerodynamically efficient shape. But the Regal is also a classically handsome car. This is a look that's not going to go out of style in the near future. So the changes from year to year are very well thought out. For 1985, many of the exterior colors are new. The grille is also new. It has a different texture. Mrs. Smith, since you mentioned that you do a lot of weekend traveling, you should be interested in these optional tungsten halogen headlamps, which generate more than twice the candle power of standard sealed beam units. They're excellent on long highway trips. Now let's take a look under the hood. I've already released the inside lock that acts as a theft deterrent. And notice the under hood light. The Regal is full of thoughtful details that make it a pleasure to own and to drive. GM is famous for its V6 engines, and this is one of the finest and most advanced in the industry. It's a 3.8-liter V6 with a 2-barrel carburetor, and it's standard on the Regal. Every Regal has at least one computer which controls the air-fuel mixture and other functions. Mr. Smith, you told me that you put a lot of miles on your car for business. Did you know you can equip the Regal with an optional diesel engine, which offers impressive mileage? It's a 4.3-liter V6. The standard transmission on the Regal is a 3-speed automatic. Now, come around to the side with me. Standard tires on the Regal are these steel-belted, low-rolling resistance radial ply white walls. These tires have been engineered for several extra pounds of air pressure. The result is you get improved fuel efficiency as well as a smooth and firm ride. But the Regal takes on a really sporty look when you add black sidewall tires and optional aluminum road wheels, which are new this year. Power front disc brakes are standard. These disc brakes are fitted with special low-drag calipers, plus an audible wear indicator, which makes a chirping sound when it's time to replace the brake pads. When you use your car as much as you do, Mr. Smith, it's nice not to have to worry about things like brakes and batteries. You know, another reason people spend good money for a fine car is because it looks good, and they want it to keep on looking good. Well, Buick has taken a number of steps to help protect this showroom look. These wheel opening moldings, wide rocker moldings, and the belt reveal moldings. They're all standard on this Regal Limited. They're designed for added protection in the areas that get rough wear. Now, let's take a look in the trunk. It's carpeted, of course. That helps to protect your cargo, and it also helps in sound insulation. Also notice the standard light. That's a big help if you're loading or unloading at night. The trunk is huge. It's got 16.2 cubic feet of volume. That'll make it a lot easier bringing home those antiques from weekend jaunts, Mrs. Smith. The lightweight spare tire saves space, too, and it's easy to handle if you ever have to replace one of the regular tires temporarily. Let's move around to the driver's door. The chrome side view mirrors are standard on both sides. When you open the door, I think you'll get a really good idea of why the Regal sells so well. The look is gorgeous. The level of trim is exceptionally high. Many of the interior colors are new for 1985. So is the simulated wood grain door panel on the Limited model. By the way, power steering is standard, and this steering wheel is new this year. The tilt steering column is truly a convenient option for someone like you, Mr. Smith, who's in and out of his car all day. The cut pile carpeting is luxurious, very, very durable. That's also an added value when you use your car a lot. Wait till you try these 55-45 notchback seats that are standard on the Limited. They're remarkably comfortable. There are courtesy lights in all the right places, on the instrument panel, front ashtray, and in the glove box. Now that electronic tone is a seatbelt reminder and a warning that you've left your key in the ignition lock. The multifunction lever puts the controls you use most right at your fingertips. The turn signal, the 2-speed recessed windshield wipers and washer, the high-low headlight beam selector, and the optional cruise control. This is another available feature that will tailor the car to your personal requirements. It's completely electronic with both resume and acceleration features. You can increase or decrease your speed 1 mile an hour with each touch of the appropriate switch. Of course, there are a great variety of first-class Delco sound systems available, from a basic AM radio, which may be deleted for credit, all the way up to this electronically tuned AM-FM combination with cassette player and clock. You can also order a graphic equalizer. You can boost sound performance with these optional extended range speakers or a concert sound speaker system. What can make this car much more than just fine transportation, though, are some of the other Regal options. For example, an electric sliding Astro roof, a removable hatch roof, and a cellular telephone. Plus, there's a complete selection of fine power options, such as 6-way power seats, power windows, door locks, and electronic touch climate control. But before we look at those, I'd like very much to have you take the car for a demonstration drive, so that you can see how well suited the Regal is to your lifestyle. Your 1985 Regal T-Type prospects will be pleased by several improvements to Buick's top performance car. Standard equipment now includes Power Master brakes, a new system that supplies brake boost by an additional electric hydraulic pump instead of the power steering pump. Power Master brakes are a demand system that cuts in only when the accumulator calls for additional boost. It's more energy efficient and also 20 pounds lighter than the system it replaces. Other changes on the 1985 T-Type include available cloth-trimmed Lear-Siegler bucket seats.